Okay, we are back. I was doing some food preservation by putting 25 and some 50-pound bags of grain and beans into buckets. And I'm thinking, I'm forgetting I'm a 62-year-old lady, overweight lady, thinking I'm 22, slim and trim, and have all the muscles, and I could do anything. Well, after I think I did most of this myself because hubby was at work. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did like 9 buckets. And I order the 2-pound buckets because I know I can't pick up the 5-pound buckets. There's just no way. I have the wrist issue. I have the shoulder issue. And too many adventures in my youth are catching up to me like everybody always says they do. As you get older, it's like, so, but you know what? It is what it is. So anyway, I went to the grocery store. I had to go to the grocery store anyway today, but they were having so many specials, and with the holidays coming, and like everybody else, we don't know what's going to happen, what's going to be in stock, what's not going to be in stock, what's going to be overpriced, what's regular price. So I've got a tentative list. I have an Evernote program that's on my computer and on my cell phone. And I just add stuff as I know I need or I want, or I'm doing a recipe or I'm doing a canning project, and I look to see what I do and don't have, and I just add to it. So it's basically my grocery list. So let's just go down the grocery list. First, you get the little want ads, the weekly ads that tell you. No, I don't think all the stores do. The Nation here do it. I'm in Texas, so I don't know. But anyway, they give you the ads. So I was just like, oh my gosh, there was so much meat. Just 2 weeks ago when we went, were almost like the prices were almost cut in half, almost. Not totally, but close. So I'm just sitting here and I'm going a total 360 in my brain of thought. I was by myself. Hubby normally goes with me, but he couldn't today. So I'm just sitting there. I go, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stock up on everything that's got really good prices. And I've been doing a mental thought. And in my Evernote program, I do have a thing on there that says grocery prices. So that way I just keep track of the name of the store, the month, day, and year, and what every item that I normally would buy cost. Or something that I thought would be overly priced. So that way I know when I see it, I just quickly go right to it. So if I'm at home, I go through it. Or if I'm at the office, I'll take a 15-minute break and I'll just do some quick searching on the 3 local grocery stores that we have in our area. And I check out their prices and check that out. I have no problem. And the reason is because for me, I can go in a straight shot and go to 3 different stores, all less than 3 miles away from each other. So for me, it's cost effective for me to go to 3 different stores to get my entire... This is mostly our monthly budget because I only get paid once a month. Hubby gets paid every 2 weeks, but so my monthly budget on meat, and there's always odds and ends. We always throw in odds and ends, but I like to stick within my budget. So my budget, I don't go overboard and go, oh no, but it has happened, and I'm sure it'll happen again. But anyway, so long story short, I ended up buying stuff that I knew I was going to be using for the holidays. And come winter, because I'm in a process, and you all know that I preserve my food, either I dehydrate it, I water bath can it, or a pressure can it, one or the other. Or if it's a can item, and if it's okay and I don't mind it sitting in a can for 5 or 6 months, then I'll do that, okay? But I try not to have too many canned items because I have really noticed the difference in the last, say going on about a year before COVID, of the difference of canned goods sitting more than a year in the can itself. It tastes kind of like metal, a little bit of metal. I really don't know what metal tastes like, other than I sometimes will grab when I'm having a whole bunch of cans, I'll put one in my mouth so I can hurry and grab them all and put them in the trash because I'm being lazy instead of making 2 or 3 trips. Then I'll grab it and you can kind of sort of taste the metal of the can. So it's just a tiny hint of that. So I've stayed away from keeping any kind, it's mostly vegetables, but then you get like cans of chili. And if you see my video, I'll put a link in there of recanning your own canned chili, because you get away from all that. Okay, so again, do your own research. You do what's best for you. I am a rebel canner, but I also do follow the National Preservation guidelines. So I do that. I do both, and I may do like 2 or 3 jars in a canning session that's a rebel. And if it works and we didn't get sick and it didn't look bad and we didn't even, I don't even, if I get upset, even a slight upset stomach for me and my hubby, I don't do that again, and I write it down. And I keep track of that in my little folder in my Evernote program. So I'll know never to do that particular method again on that particular item, because I know it didn't work. Now, of course, that could change in the future, because, you know, things are happening, things are changing. They're doing different things and stuff. So it's just like your canning lids. Their ball says you no longer have to put them in boiling water before you put them on your jars. Their doing processing is different. The metal is different on a lot of these canning jars. Most of them still, the metal canning jars are only supposed to use once. I use mine 3. I've done a couple of them 4. Still no issues with any of them. They've done a seal. So again, you do your research and you do what's best for you. So let's get directly on to the haul. Oh, you know what? Forgot to put my glasses on because I can't see squat without them. As far as reading up close, anyway. Okay, so let's see what we got first. Okay, the holiday season's coming. These are cranberries, and this is 2 pounds. So 2 pounds of cranberries. Okay, now let me bring you a little closer because you're a little far away. Just so you can see, and I'm going to go ahead and stand up until my bad knee gives out on me. Okay, I'll do a run through, and I'll do some little pop-ups to make this meat thing go, because I really want to make sure that it stays under 15 minutes. Okay, so in this bag we've got our cranberries. I got 2 bags of those. Okay, 2 bags of them. So I'm set for the whole winter of canning, and I love to make cranberry juice. Put this over here on the floor. I love cranberry juice. My sister-in-law, she loves cranberries to go with our Thanksgiving dinner. Cranberry sauce, so I make her some of that. Okay, we got cheese. Hubby loves these sliced cheeses, and he only likes the Kraft brand. He don't like the other stuff. Unless we go to the deli and we get that cheese. But now this is something new I never seen before. But this was over there in like the canned biscuits. It's called Just Roll. It's pre-rolled dough, but it's pizza crust. And so you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try it. It's 4 servings per container. It's 150 calories. So not that great, but you know what, better than nothing. And I haven't done my own. I've done my own cauliflower pizza dough, pizza crust dough, California. Excuse me, one more time, cauliflower. One more time, cauliflower pizza dough crust. And the first one was okay. I've done it like 5 times, and only one time hubby and I liked it. The rest of the times we didn't care for it. So it's with 4 different people on YouTube and Google. We used their recipes and we followed it to the T. And you got to drain it for it to really get a crunchy stuff. So it didn't work out. So, and of course with our weight loss program, we're trying to do weight loss programs. Now this one's the same thing, but it's the large size. So they have in the large size, and they have it in the round and the thin size. So you got 2 different ones. Okay. And I only got 2 bananas. Hubby cares for bananas, but they actually hurt his gout, so he doesn't do too much on bananas. Now this was a great find. And I like to put my plastic in here so it's in the cart as I'm going to the aisles. Or then when I get home, if there happens to have a little bit of bleed, it doesn't get all over my carpet in my car. But this is NRYN Angus Chuck Roast Shoulder. But it was $16.15. But look at that price. It was marked down. This is not in the clearance rack. This is in the regular aisle. It was priced down to $8.71 if you have your Kroger card. So I got this for $8.71. So that was a great deal. I gotta put all this back because I do have to put this back in the fridge and then process that. Okay, next we've got, hubby loves his dogs, all different kinds of dogs. And I got him some smoked sausage. It's from Eckrich. That was 14 ounces. I got the little pepperoni for our pizzas. And then this sausage, this is, how much is this? Okay, does it say? Okay, 39 ounces of just regular Eckrich smoked sausage. We like this with sliced sausage by itself, or sausage and potatoes. We fry the potatoes in there with the sausage, and that makes a nice meal. I'm going to run bananas over here. I don't like to put bananas in the fridge. I think they get a little too brown too quick. This was another good deal. This was chicken tenderloin from Heritage Farms, and it's 1.69 pounds, $4.49 a pound. So the whole thing was $7.59. That was pretty darn good because this half of this at Kroger 2 weeks ago was over $9. So I got all of this. So I basically got almost like twice as much for $8 because it was $7.59. So I thought that was a really great price. And then I'm just going to separate those into meal portions and freeze them and stick them in my freezer so they'll be ready to roll. Now this ground beef, I like to do the 80-20. Oh, but there it is. See that? This is the, I actually like the 90-10, but they didn't have any 90-10. 90, 93, none of that. The biggest margin they had was the 80-20. They had some 70 and some 30 and some 60 and 40, but they didn't have nothing but the 80-20 and stuff. So, okay. That baby's heavy. Okay, next thing we've got, I loved it. Hubby and I really are enjoying my making those breakfast muffins where I pre-cook a whole 2 racks, big old oven rack, cookie racks full of bacon, and I bake the whole thing. We do the same thing for the sausage. We usually do it the day before. And then I get my muffins and I toast them, and then I put my sausage and bacon on there, and sometimes I make it with my eggs, and sometimes I have no eggs. It just depends to give us a variety. So that way, because I normally eat yogurt and granola. I make my own homemade granola. So I usually eat yogurt and granola for breakfast. But it gives me a change of pace. So this way, a couple days during the week, I can just, because I wrap them all up, put them all in a Ziploc baggie, and that makes, and usually averages about 24 of them. So that's 24 meals. We only take one biscuit muffin, breakfast sausage muffin, per day. So we only take one. So that's basically 24 meals for me and hubby together. And we're grown-ups. When you want one, you grab it, and you don't want it, and you leave it in the freezer. But they're all in the freezer bag. So I got me some bacon, but I went ahead. This was a little bit cheaper price. I got the, oh, sorry, this is my bad arm. I gotta go this way. This is my Oscar Mayer thick cut. So it looks pretty good. It looks overly fatty. But you know, with bacon, you just never know. Now, the sausage, I got this one because if you buy 2, you get 1 for free. Okay, so I got 3 of those. There's 2 of them right there. I'll put that back. Because I got to process all this tomorrow because it's late. I'm ready for bed, but I got to put all this back away. Then hubby likes his sandwich meat for lunches. So I just got this because he's really been enjoying the Black Forest ham. So I got him some of that. And then I went ahead, I haven't done it yet. I've been doing a lot of research on it. I am going to learn how to cut an entire whole chicken and then can the whole thing. And then I'm going to save the carcass and the neck I'm going to put it in the freezer until I get like 4 or 5 of them. Then I'm going to make me a big old pot of chicken stock or chicken broth. That's the plan. That's what I'm doing with this big hole. I got one and I got another one already in the freezer, so that's 2. I'm going to wait until I get at least 3 or 4 of them. But again, you know, I'm living within my budget, so a little here, a little here, a little here. And as long as I have this freezer space, I can do that. But once I'm running low, I'm just going to have to just make do with what I have, or however many. Because I think they said for a whole regular sized chicken, it'll make, I think it said 6 wide mouth pint jars. So for us, that'll be 3 meals. So that's more than enough. Now this was another good buy. And look at this. Look at that price, $12. Look at that. Isn't that great? And this was the Kroger brand, all natural fresh pork. And this was 2.50 pounds. And it was $12. So you got 12 chops. So $1 a chop. I thought that was pretty good. And they're nice and thick size, so they're not really, they're not the thin cut. It didn't say center cut either. It just said boneless pork loin center cut. Oh, it is. Boneless pork loin center cut chops. The family pack. So that was pretty good. Put that back in here. And then more for my hubby's lunches. He likes sandwiches. Here I got some BH. This was a kind of a spicy ham. They called it something different, I think, but it just says ham. Tavern ham. But I forget what it is, but I wanted to let him try that out. This one is, don't ask me to pronounce that. So if you can see, it's BRHD Ichiban Teriyaki Chicken. Hubby loves chicken. So I went ahead and just got 1/4 of a pound of this stuff. And it was only $4.29. Normally it's $12.99 a pound, so I only did that. This other ham cost $11.99 a pound. Okay, it's a little on the high side, but hubby really enjoys his lunch sandwiches when he can make it. And then sometimes if I'm out in a meeting, because I have a bunch of meetings I do at night, and I'm not going to be home for supper, and I go, you know, since I'm cooking a big old meal for you, because I'm not going to be home, I'll eat at my meeting. He'll just have a sandwich, and he'll have a sandwich if he had leftovers for lunch. He'll have a sandwich for dinner. So that's what he does. Now I'm going to move the camera around because I got way too much on the counter for the other side. So bear with me while as I move you around. Okay, now here's the stuff that did not need to be refrigerated. I got a 10-pound bag of russet potatoes. We still haven't cut this out. I know we should have, but we haven't done it yet. We love our chips. But we're cutting back. It's not there yet. And here's 2 more bags of chips. But this is it for the next 2 weeks. We're not going to do any more. Oh, you know what? let me bring you up. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. I'm cutting my head off. Okay. Oh, and then I got him. I've learned how to do it. I've done a lot of my research on doing it, but I'm going to start doing my, instead of buying cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of mushroom, those kind of soups, I'm making my own out of powder and have it already on hand. And of course the jar is going to be labeled because hubby's not into all that stuff, but if it's labeled, he'll follow the directions, and I'm going to have the directions on there. But pretty much all you're doing is everything is in there together, and then you're going to add water or milk, depending on what it is that you're making. And then you can make your own can of like cream of chicken and cream of mushroom soup. So what I did is I got him some, I can't handle mushrooms, but he does. So I got him some mushrooms that I'm going to put on the dehydrator. So that way I can add them to his jar of cream of mushroom soup. Now, I love cream of mushroom soup when I'm doing a dish, like a chicken dish or a pork dish, or as a, we do a lot of the, where you brown your chicken, either the whole breast side or you slice it up, and then you add your 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup inside there, and just a teeny bit of water, not a whole lot, and then let it simmer and saute for about like 10 minutes. Then you put it over a bed of noodles or a bed of rice. There's supper. Now, nope, that is not low-cal. That is not in our weight plan program. So we've cut that out big time. But remember, what I'm doing is I'm prepping for the future if the prices really do go up higher and higher, where it's going to be too expensive for us to buy further at the end of the year or early next year. So that's the plan. So these are going to get dehydrated. And I got him 3 of those. And then I got some zucchini. But I'm going to process the zucchini and I'm going to dehydrate this for future use. I'll put a link in there of that zucchini bread that I made. Hubby loved it. And I have one more loaf of bread in the freezer. And he's been saying, can we dig into that zucchini bread in the freezer? And I go, nope. We had one loaf this month. We have to wait till next month. Well, guess what? It's November. So yesterday he goes, it's November. It's November. Can I dig into that? I go, no, we'll do it next week. And he's like a little kid when he wants his little sweets. So we're going to I'm going to, just to preserve that, just in case life happens and things don't get done, I'm going to go ahead and process that. I'm going to dice it up. And I'm going to dehydrate it. Then I'm going to vacuum pack it in a jar. And it's going to be labeled zucchini. And we can do whatever it is that we want with it. So I'm going to do one of them in shredded. And one of them is just going to be cubed. So. Oh, then I got some sliced pineapples. Because we're going to make some pineapple topping that you want to put over ice cream. It's not for us because we're on a weight plan, but we're going to go see the grandkids. They're in another state in a couple of months, and I'm going to bring some of these processed cans of jars of food. So they all love ice cream, but they're all skinny. They did not follow my follow, and thank goodness they did it because they are all skinny. But anyway, they love that, so I'm going to leave them some jars of pineapple topping. Just like you do your pineapple, like on a banana split, you get the pineapple topping, you get the hot fudge topping, and then you get, there's another one, pineapple, hot, whatever, there's all different kinds. Well, I learned how to, I've actually made it before, and make it, so I'm going to be making some of this sliced pineapple, this is crushed pineapples, to make my own toppings, and I'm going to put them in the little 1/4 size jars, so that way one will be enough for the entire meal of an ice cream item. So if you want that, but what's also good about that topping, that pineapple topping, is if you've made a pie, or you've even had a piece of cake, and like me, I eat cake with no frosting because I don't like frosting, I'll put a little bit of that over on top of that, and that'll give me my little bit of sweetness, and boy, that stuff is good. You can even eat it just out of the jar, because you do have to use sugar. So it's sugar, actually, I'm sorry, take that back, yes, it is sugar and pineapple, and you boil it on the stove, but if you want some, put in the comments if you want that recipe, and I'll link it, and then I'll add it to, I'll actually do a video. I think I'll do a video of it. But if you like it, let me know. Send me an email. It'll be in the description box, and I'll shoot you the email. I'll email you the recipe so you'll have it right away. Because that's a great gift giver for the holidays. And it's an inexpensive gift. And I big time cheated, and I'm talking big time. Buy one, get one free. Hubby and I love these. We haven't had these in over 7 months because we were really sticking to the weight plan. But I couldn't handle it, so I'm going to grab these. Don't tell hubby I'm going to hide them in my food pantry, which he does go in there very often. Sometimes, but not very often. And we're going to save these for a special occasion. But we'll see how long they last before hubby gets in them. And got me some apples just because. got him some jalapenos. I'm going to go ahead and make these jalapeno poppers and with the cream cheese, and then I'm going to freeze them, and I'm going to put them in little baggies, so that way when he wants a little snack, he can have a couple of these. Just take them out about 10 minutes before you want to eat them. Let them thaw out by themselves, and then bake them, and they'll be ready to roll. So he loves to make jalapeno poppers, but I'm gonna go ahead and have some already made and put it in the freezer for him. Then we got some little oranges. He and I like our oranges. It's a fruit, but it's still because we have to be careful of not having too much fruit, because too much fruit's still not good for you. And I cheated and started using my jars, and the only reason I did is because this was on special. And nothing beats when you're in a rush or you're in a hurry to have just open up a jar and pour it, heat it up, and boom, you're done. You got your sauce. But I do make my own pizza spaghetti sauce and my pizza sauce, and I do like it. Hubby likes it too, but you can't go wrong with already purchased that. And then we got some barbecue. I think this was buy one get one free, I believe. That's why I got this one. Alrighty. Then, yeah, here's my the barbecue sauce, and my other 2 cans of the pineapples that I'm going to make that pineapple topping. And that's exactly what it is. It's a pineapple topping. You can put it on anything. Doesn't really matter. Or you can just eat it out of the jar if you want something sweet. And then this is our muffins. We're going to try a new one. I've seen this, but I haven't tried it. This is the 100 calorie muffins. And this is the brand that we prefer, Thomas. But this is for our breakfast. Our breakfast egg sausage, or breakfast sausage biscuits. So I got 2 of those. So we're going to be set for the next 2 weeks. Loaf of bread to go for hubby's sandwiches. And that's the end of the haul. But let me move this out of the way. And then we're going to talk about the receipt. But again, like I said, I will be putting a pop-up. Oh, let me bring it back down. Okay. Now let's get to the receipt. Where did I put the receipt? Did I move it? Oh, yeah, I moved it over a little bit. Okay, so let me get my readers on. Okay. I will tell you the total, but I stayed under budget, but not the budget that I wanted. But I have a budget, and then I have a maximum budget, and I was under my maximum budget. Okay, here we go. So that chuck roast was $8.71. Oh, those pizza doughs were $3.99 a piece. So those are pretty good. So $4 for a pizza crust. The Kraft singles, that's what I thought were a little on the pricey side. Those cheese slices, they were $4.49 a piece. So that to me was a little bit on the pricey side. Oh, and I forgot it's in the fridge now. This is for my boss. He likes those cheese sticks. So he gave me the money and I buy it for him. And it was they were $4.99 for the Sargento cheese sticks. I bought 2 of them for him, but I didn't put that because that doesn't belong in this haul. But it is part of the grocery price. Okay, here it is. That chicken breast was $4.29. That special ham, and I already showed you I showed you the prices, was $7.07. Let's see. Oh, those pork chops, I showed you the price on that. The other meat, that's another meat. The patties. Yeah, here we go. You buy 2, you get 1 free. So 000. And there you see it. You see the price there. So I bought those sausage patties. You buy 2, you get 1 free. So I saved myself $3.29 there. Oh, that big thing of. Oh no, these were the little small ones for his little hot dogs. Those were $3.99. That's the egg rich smoked sausage. Now the big one, the great big egg rich sausage one, that one was $8.99. That has gone up in price. I know that because they used to only be like $4 or $5. and that's now $8.99. Cans of pineapple were $1.79 a can. I remember just a year ago, I can get crushed pineapple for 95 cents. Now it's $1.79, so that's more than doubled. Okay, the pasta sauce was $2.59. That's about right. The barbecue sauce was $2.29. That's about average. Pepperoni slices to go for the pizza. Those were $3.99. Those used to only be less than $2. Now they're $3.99, so they've doubled in price. Oh, I forgot. I got him a case of Topo Chico. That's a drink. Some kind of a seltzer water drink. I forget, but he likes that stuff. It was a case of those. They come in glass bottles. They're $10.49. That's about the same price as what I paid last time. And if you look at my other Kroger haul, I'll put a link on that one. That was about that same price on that one. Let's see. Some kind of a snack. Oh, those Little Debbie snacks were $2.50. Oh, those russet potatoes. Now that's a pretty good price. Because remember on that other, I had put it on there before. Those russet potatoes was like a month ago. They were almost $12. Well, I got this 10-pound bag of the same brand, Kroger russet potatoes, for $5.29. So the price went down. So that was good. Those cranberries were only $3.99. The great big bags. Those I got 2 of those for $3.99. Let's see. Oh, the jalapeno peppers were only 50 cents a pound. So it ended up costing me a whole 44 cents. These packages of mushrooms were only $2.49. So that's a pretty good price for mushrooms. In fact, I got to go ahead and wipe them down and get them on the dehydrator because I'm going to put them on the dehydrator tray. I got to do that tonight before I go to bed. Okay, and then I don't know what this one is. The clementines, those oranges, clementines were $4.99. That's about right. The English muffins were $3. Those were on sale. I saved 79 cents a piece on those. That bread was on. I saved $1 on that bread. Bread is another thing that's really going up in price. All different types of bread, it's all going up. That bread, that loaf of bread that I just showed you was $2.99. Those 2 zucchinis were $1.62 per pound for zucchini. Now that is high. But I needed it because he really enjoyed it and he's asking for some more of that zucchini bread. So I went ahead and just bit the bullet and bit it, and then I bought it, and it cost me $1.93 for those 2 zucchinis. Those Cheeto Puffs were $3.50. The Lay's potato chips were $3.50 a piece. We saved 49 cents. We saved $1.49 on the Cheetos, but we only saved 49 cents on the potato chips. So again, it's like anything else. You gotta really watch. You gotta watch what you're doing and look at. So don't plan on going in and going out. If you're going to be a consumer shopper and watch your pennies, you need to plan on being there a good 45 minutes to an hour because you need to check and read the labels on the packaging there on the aisles so you know what's a better price, what's a better brand. But those 2 are his favorite type of chips. And he works very hard for our family, so I think a little bit of what he really enjoys is good. The bananas were only 29 cents. I got my Kroger points. I saved $27.76 using my Kroger card. And so that was pretty darn good. Let me put this, I don't want you to see my credit card information, but look, there's the entire price. I think it shows up backwards on the camera, but I'm not exactly for sure. So all of this that I just bought, and the only thing I didn't show you was those 2 packages of Sargento cheese sticks, but I told you about it. So all this cost, my grand total was $210.91. Yeah, I stayed under my budget, but barely. But I did stay underneath it. And yeah, thank goodness I had my Kroger card because I saved $27. And hey, that $27 for us, that's a whole tank of fuel for one of our vehicles. So to me, that was a win-win. No, and the reason, the whole point of the video is we really all need to, especially for those of us who are watching our pennies and wanting to save because we just don't know what the future holds, is consumer shop. And this is a perfect example of consumer shopping. So I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. And then just look at the description box that I'll put those links in for the other stuff. But I will be putting in pop-ups of different items as I'm showing them on the video, as long as I have room. Sometimes I have room, sometimes I don't. I still haven't learned how to space them out as I'm just showing and displaying. But I just told you out loud what all the prices were. So, but if you have any questions or you need some more information or would like some more information, just put it in the comments or shoot me an email. And my email goes directly to my phone. So throughout the day at work, I take during my break time, because I get one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and my lunch break. I look at my emails and then I follow through and follow up with those items when time allows for that. But not always, because we do have an open door policy at the office. I'm a team agent for a State Farm office. I've been an insurance agent for the last 39 years. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm getting tired of it because I'm ready to retire, but I like to go shopping too much. So hubby says, you can retire, but you got to quit your shopping, and I'm not ready to quit my shopping yet. So I've got a couple more years still of working. But anyway, that's just the way life is for us right now. We don't know what the future's going to hold. But I wish you everyone the best of luck. Thank you all for watching and being my friends. And I love your comments for those who comment. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give me some thumbs up. YouTube likes when people give me a thumbs up. It's tough. And I thank you so much for everything and joining me. And we catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.